Is this recording? Is it recording?
I don't know if it's recording.
Oh yes, it is recording. Okay. Okay, hi, so it's Grace and Molly Eyes from Gwisk, and we have decided to start this new little series thing where we show you guys some of our favourite programmes and we commentate them, talk about them, and for those of you who watch skating a lot, it'll just be a little fun commentary, and for those who don't watch skating, this can be your introduction to the world of international skating. So we hope you enjoy.
And if anyone's got any routines they want us to talk about, leave them in the comments.
Yes, let us know. So we've each chosen a routine today. We've decided to choose kind of topical ones at the moment. So the first one is my choice, and this is Yulia Lipnitskaya's Autumn Leaves routine from the 2016-2017 season, which was the last short program she ever performed in her competitive career, which I absolutely love. It's a great program. And it's topical because she's just had a baby, a little girl called Catalina. So let's all enjoy Yulia's program. If it would play. How the hell do you let this play?
You got to go onto the actual.
Okay.
I've never seen this before.
I love the dress, first of all, the brown dress. So this is after she left Iteri. She's with Alexei Ermanov here in Sochi.
How long did she leave straight after Sochi?
No, she left in 2016. So she did 2 more seasons with Iteri. I feel like she just floats across the ice in this routine. I love it so much.
She's very expressive with the music.
She is, definitely. I like the gloves as well. Everybody says the Russian girls are obsessed with gloves, but it works in this dress. Okay, so first is a combo. She usually does toe-toe. Yeah, toe. That's nice.
She doesn't even look like she puts effort in.
I know, she has such a flowy edge out as well.
Nice in the style.
Oh, her spins are what she's famous for.
Very flexible.
It's such a nice position. That's such a different position as well. You don't see that a lot.
And the one arm.
She has sort of signature spins, but she really kind of upgraded them for this routine, which I like.
I feel like they're more grown up. A lot of her spins, like from Sochi, were
they were flexible,
very flexible, but she traveled a lot. And this is her becoming more grown up because she's what?
19 here? 18, 19. She's the same age as me, so when was this? 2016. So she'd be 18 here, yeah. I like the step sequence too. It's very relaxed. This whole program is kind of, it's elegant.
I like the step sequences where you don't really realise they're doing it. They're just
a lot of them are kind of muscle nowadays.
Yeah.
Where it looks like they're having to really work through it, whereas she's so effortless.
This is before they did it the text word differently.
Yes.
I'll tell you what it is they're doing.
Okay, this is an axle. Oh, she does the roller skating axle. She's like a long axle, where a lot of people have a high axle, but she has a long axle. And I like it. People bitch about it, but I really like it. Because she has such a rolling edge out of it. Oh, that was a lip.
This was meant to be a flip.
That was meant to be a flip, but she's one of those few people who's just naturally on the outside edge. Like her, where she goes. Yeah. Alena Kostornaia, they all have a lip, as you say. See, she's upgraded. It's slightly different positions.
And there, her extreme flexibility.
It's insane, isn't it?
That's one of her iconic spins. Hopefully we're going to see her extended layback.
Yes. Her arms are so gorgeous. That's one of the things. It's so elegant.
And I also like this because she gets the straight leg. Very few skaters.
She finished after the music, but we don't care because it's Yulia. She can do whatever the hell she wants. She's an Olympic champion. Well, yeah, I'm not sure.
Then you care.
So nice. I want to see the flip in slow mo because I feel like that was not a flip.
I wonder if she got an edge call on it.
She might get a questionable edge.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you hear us drinking coffee, by the way. So it's interesting to compare the scores because
this was in the +3, -3, whereas
this was before the scoring system slightly changed. So but that should get such high PCS, I think, because she's got a bit of a Carolina Kostner vibe to it.
So the PCS is your skating skills, your transitions, your musicality, your power bits, everything that isn't an element, how that's done.
Makes it how it looks.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Sierra's happy. That's good.
So hopefully she'll get.
It's nice seeing somebody who smiles with their eyes coaching Yulia. Okay, so here's the toe.
So easy.
So
like she doesn't have to muscle into the second one. The second one is just as powerful as the first one. So in the short program, you do 3 jumps. One of them has to be an axel.
One has to be a combo. Look at that position.
And you do 3 spins.
So and one has to be a layback. There's a few other sort of rules, but
there's some weird rules with the spins.
Yeah, like
well, must be a change of the flying direction.
Yeah.
I think that was the plan.
Yeah. So this is the flip. Yeah, that was a little. I think it was on an inside edge.
It was on the inside,
but it looked a bit
flat,
uncomfortable. Yeah. Like,
I mean, who gets their flag behind their head like that?
I think so many skaters just use their flexibility and nothing else, but I think Yulia really has improved by this point.
I think looking at the ice spin, however you call it,
got to show that Rostelecom logo.
She travelled so much more at the Olympics.
Yeah, so she has improved so much since Sochi. A lot of people just upgrade their jumps, but she's got even better in her skating skills, and she was good at the start, so it'd be interesting to see the score. Okay, 69.25 is a good score. I don't know why her presentation is that low. I feel like it should probably be higher.
I mean, it could just be that like the judges, like all of them might be more low that day. It's just how the judges, whether or not they like you.
It's so subjective, presentation. That's how score inflation is done. But I think that was she did really well, obviously there. But I think the presentation score should be a bit higher. But 69 is a good score.
I do think
you want to be breaking 70, and that's when you're there.
I do think though before the South Korean Olympics, I think they marked the PCS a lot harsher. I think they're a lot more.
No, I agree. I think they're more flexible now.
Now I think like it used to be if you were getting 8s across the board,
PCS encompasses so much. It's not just your choreography, it's your skating skills as well. And I think people are getting marked a little bit too leniently, but
because I feel like the skating.
So what did you? That was your first time seeing that program. Yeah. What were your thoughts on the program and Yulia?
I think it's interesting because last time I watched Yulia, is by far her most famous routine is the Schindler's List at the Olympics, which is incredible, but it's definitely a 15-year-old, whereas that feels more like an actual adult skating.
It's a shame her career couldn't last longer because she was so talented, but it was for the best that she quit. But I think it was such a gorgeous program. I think it was choreographed by Stefan Lambiel, who's a former world champion, and I think he put a bit of a kind of very European twist on it.
I think it's a routine that really works for her and that she is very fluid. But what I really like is like a lot of the transitions, the flexibility, it looks a lot more natural than it does now. Now I feel there's a lot of I'm doing a wally, and now I'm doing a split jump, and now I'm doing this, and I'm
like, so you see that with Alena spirals. She has all these amazing spirals in her program. She's super flexible, but it's like she holds it for about a second. Like she needs to spend a day with Sasha Cohen and learn, or with Yulia, and just kind of.
I think Yulia, when she started competing, spirals were still compulsory. You had to have a spiral sequence.
Yeah, that stopped just after 2010. So when she got to her first Russian Championships, which was, I believe, 2011, she was very young. I think spirals were still compulsory.
So she would have grown up learning to do them as a requirement, whereas now they're not.
I wish so.
So you don't see them learning how to hold. I mean, I'm sure they can still do it. It's just not.
Like she has great ones in her choreographics. I just wish we got to see more of that. And but I really like that program. I think
it's a good program. It's a very well-rounded one.
Okay. So we're going to talk about Alena Kostornaia's program now. This was Molly's choice. So tell us a bit about why you chose it.
So Alena is one of those Russian ones who completely dominated the juniors.
3A.
Yeah, along with Anna Shcherbakova and Alexandra Trusova, who kind of normalized doing quads and triple axels, who are really pushing the technicalities within the sport. And there's a big controversy because she has just left her longtime coach. I just realised we picked two people who had just left Ateris.
Yes, well, it's topical because Yulia.
It's very topical.
Yeah.
But Yulia was also trained by Ateri and then Alena. Alena went undefeated internationally last year.
She was just incredible.
Had the season.
So she actually this isn't a new program though. So this was her
she
first
had this
season
as a junior.
Yeah.
I do think
and she had this program as a junior. She got a new dress and she upgraded a few of the elements, but it is the same program. She also,
I think.
So ironically, the music's called Departure from the Leftovers.
But they changed the rules with some of the jumping and stuff, so she moved some stuff around.
But I'm going to say something.
Yeah.
I fully believe that Alena Kostornaia is one of the best sort of all-round skaters since Yulia Kim. Because she is incredible. She's obviously, Shcherbakova and Trusova are technically amazing, but she has skating skills. So even since before she came to Ateri in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Her skating skills before then were just fabulous. Her axel is one of the best axles in the game.
I think a big thing about it, and we'll talk a bit about it with the scoring here, is I think across her program, across the two programs that you do, she is about 20 points down on Trusova and Shcherbakova on the technically.
Yeah.
And
her
still
PCS is so good. Her presentation, her musicality, her transitions, her skating skills are so good that she can get out there and she can beat them in competitions, because that's the risk with quads, is that you fall.
Yeah.
But she will always be great skating skills, whether she falls or not. That's always going to be there.
I mean, even at Europeans, she fell in Europeans and still won.
Yeah, exactly.
There's also, I mean, just mathematically, is you can do a triple axel in the short program. You can't do quads in the short program at the moment.
Exactly.
So they have to do. It limits how many they can do.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so this program is at the Internationaux de France in 2019. So that was this season last year.
So both these programs are from the Grand Prix series.
So let's take a watch. I like her dress. Her dress is meant to have wings on the back.
It's very similar to her one as a junior, but this.
I like the one as a junior. I like. You can see that they are similar. Yeah.
And still
the Russians love music. She's so light on her feet as well. So like sprightly, I think.
Nadia really like to do that, then go up to the judges and like do something.
Oh, is this a Daniel program?
I'm pretty sure this is
a Daniel Gleekengeist program, everyone. It's well choreographed, which is interesting. Right, okay, first jumping pass is the triple axel. Come on. Can't remember if she lands it here. Oh, she does.
Ooh, that's probably the worst triple axel she did.
The whole season, and it was good.
Yeah, it's still good. You can see at the end,
she swings out a little bit. It was high, but I think it was rotating.
So in this one, you can see a bit more of the scoring, how they did it. So every jump's got a base value, and then the grade of execution.
That was meant to be a lot. Was that two-footed a little? Was that meant to be a combination? And she did.
No, it's just a combination in the second.
Just a flip combination. Yeah. It was. She's a little bit nervous, I think, this program.
This is not very
slightly forward on her jumps, but you can still see her spins are gorgeous. Her flow across the ice. And her jumps are great, like, don't get me wrong, her jumps are great. I hate when they don't film the feet. Irks me. This transition is just ridiculous. It's so hard. Flip. Toe with the rapport arms. Taking no prisoners.
I mean, that is the thing that she is known for. She is known for that flip toe.
She has a little bit of a mule kick on her flip, but it doesn't matter because it's such a high quality.
So she is still flexible, but the difference in that spin between
Yulia is definitely more flexible, but she's a great spinner. Don't get me wrong, she is.
She is, and something she's definitely like that's somewhere she can improve because she does still travel on the whole thing.
Little, yeah.
So here, this is our setup sequence. You can see
it's just a little more muscled than Yulia.
Yeah,
like
it's not as easy, but she's also
she's
2 years younger than
2 years
Yulia.
younger than Yulia here. She's got such great flow across this. This is her first game race. I think she's such a sort of developed skater PCS wise.
Yeah.
And that really shows it's something that very few skaters have from this young age, and they get better with time, but only people, you know, Yuna, Carolina.
It's something that, you know, you can improve, but there's a limit to how much you can
Exactly, she's just naturally good. A little bit of travel, but into the Wheelman, but so pretty. It's such a full program. I feel like it's such a full program. It's so detailed and intricate. And there's Daniel. There he is.
And old Sergey.
Old Sergey. Beautiful.
Es el prototipo de las patinadoras de este grupo, de Tutberidze, Dudakov.
She's such a talent, I think. And I think that she's somebody who, I know she doesn't actually want to have a long career. She could have a long career.
I think she's come out and said that she would rather learn the short and do it rather than have the short career and then do exhibitions, do shows.
She wants to be a neurosurgeon. She wants to study medicine at university.
But realistically, the depth of the Russians, to have a long career in the Russians is so hard because there's always a new junior coming up. The juniors in Russia just
you need to almost make a name for yourself, and then you can almost skate in the lower. So like Evgenia and Tutamisheva have been doing, they're kind of skating almost at the lower levels, but they're such legends that it doesn't really matter. But then
Evgenia's still she can
go to the Olympics. I feel really.
I mean,
that's a story for another day. Right, let's look at these photos because this could be interesting. But I love Alena. I hope she goes to the Olympics. She's such a she's the full package. You've had so many skaters recently who are just technically good. So here's the axle. 1, 2, 3.5. Rotated, just a little swingy, but she keeps that leg up.
And she still manages to do the follow lead. So strong to keep that leg up. So yeah, I would say that's an interesting edge on that lot.
I'd say questionable. I wouldn't say inside necessarily. I think
hers is a bit better. Some of her training mates have worse ones.
Okay, so here's the flip. A little bit high on the leg, but so high, so flowy, and then straight into the toe. 1, 2,
she doesn't
3.
pre-rotate.
No pre-rotation, no under-rotation. Some of the Russian girls do pre-rotate. I hope that's a rule that gets picked on, because I think Evgenia, she doesn't really do it anymore, but earlier in her career when she was with Terry, she did that, and I think that Sasha Trusova can occasionally.
Anna Sherbakova is pretty bad for it. She's pretty bad for her looks and her flips.
Yeah. It's basically a loop, isn't it?
I mean,
she's not happy with it, but it's such a good.
But I think for that, like, if it's not perfect, their coaches aren't happy. Their coaches should go instead if they even if they win.
The Russian bench is so deep.
Yeah.
It's so full of incredible skaters. Right. What is the score? I love all the gifts they get.
There's so much stuff.
I know. 76.55. Like, that's a super high score, and the reason why they scored so high is because of the value of that triple axel. If you're just doing a double axel, it's a look. She's 10 points clear of Star Andrews, who's in second, which is like, that's crazy.
And that's what usually happened for her in the short program, even against her teammates, even against the other ones who are the best in the world. She was still clear about 10 points ahead of them.
Here's my question for you. Obviously, the scoring system has kind of changed.
Yeah.
And Yulia's score was 6 points lower, right, from her program. So I want to just take a look at the PCS score and say, do we think
her PCS score was
that Yulia's, so her PCS is about the same as Yulia's, her technical is much higher. Do you think her PCS was as good as Yulia's?
No.
In that instance? I think it can potentially be.
I think Yulia's was better.
I think Yulia's was more mature. I think she is more flexible. I think her musicality was better. Don't get me wrong, Alena was fantastic. And she should have high PCS. However, I think Yulia should have been scored higher.
I do think the PCS is something they've inflated.
Yeah.
So the PCS is out of 10 each category, and then it's
unnecessarily
let's just say figure
complex.
space scoring is stupid.
So I missed 6.0, but you know.
Oh, I don't know. That was
it was easy to cheat.
It was far too easy to cheat. But yeah, I think it's something that they've really. It's not unusual to get over 9s now and everything. It used to be if you got over 8s, that was incredible.
Yeah.
But I think part of that as well is the technical score. They changed it. It used to be the grade of execution was +3 to -3. Now it's +5 to -5. So I think in order to keep the presentation as almost half the score, they have to raise it a bit.
Okay, question for you.
So high.
What did you think of the program? Not just Alena's performance of it, because she can do better, but we've seen her do better. Look up on YouTube, she does do it better. But what do you think of the program itself? Do you like it? Do you think she should have changed it for a senior season?
I did like it. I think it did feel quite mature as a junior, and it's okay as a first-year senior. I think her long program from this year at the Twilight, you saw more of her personality come through. But I would say that was less a complete program.
Yeah.
I didn't like that one. I liked it as a program, but I think the choreography could have been better for her. I like it. It's not spectacular. It's memorable because she makes it memorable.
Exactly. That's why you chose it. And that's why we like.
That's what I think she does it so well. I think the transitions she does. One of the transitions she did there. She used to do it harder. You know, the split jump one.
She used to
do split jump, then a volley,
and then 3 turns. It was just ridiculous.
It was insane. It's something you see people try to replicate. It's so hard. But I mean, it's still a good program.
Yeah, I really hope she goes to the Olympics. I really hope. Okay.
I mean, I think she would have won worlds this year if it happened.
No, absolutely. Yes. By default, I consider her as the winner because she was undefeated. She won the Grand Prix final.
I think if Drusova had a tough season, I think if she'd hit, she would have won. But I don't think she would have hit.
Exactly. Okay. Well, so that's our first 2 programs that we chose. We will be coming back to you soon. We don't know when with some other ones. We hope you enjoyed this. If there are any you want us to talk about, then either comment or DM us, let us know. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.